Welcome to episode 80 of Tools in the Hall. After Dark. With special apologies to George Ferlazzo, a longtime viewer, and I know he's watching. George, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate you every week leaving a nice comment and saying some nice things. So I remember our conversation from last week after I posted the video on a firearm cleaning. And you said you can't wait to see more. And I said, well, you'll get a new one next week. Well, I just got these tools in, so I want to shoot this video and post it now. So you're going to see the video I was referring to next week. So stick around for that one. That's a Ruger Mark III 22 pistol. And I have a Ruger to show you today in the After Dark portion. All right, now let me give you an update on the gloves. This is our private label brand Nitrile disposable 8mm thick orange diamond grip glove. We've been selling these now for a while. If this is your first time watching a tool haul video, then you have not heard me talk about these before, but I've got some previous videos where I introduced the whole idea of what we were doing. We're private labeling them from a company in China, and we get them shipped directly to us. It does not go through a US distributor. It goes directly through an importer. So we can afford to sell a box of gloves for a whole lot less than almost anywhere else you can get them. Individually, we're selling boxes of 100 gloves on the truck for $20. If you need gloves like these, you can save yourself a bunch of money. Go online to our store at coyletools.com/shop. And I'm selling case quantities because for the price of $150 for 10 of these boxes, you'll get 1,000 gloves shipped directly to you. There's no additional cost for shipping. So that's why I'm doing case quantities only online, because I can absorb the cost of shipping in the price of the gloves. Otherwise, you're not going to want to pay to have one box of gloves shipped to you. All right, so here's the update. So the company that makes these, really good company, all they make are gloves and some other protective equipment. So they have a great lineup of products, but their lead times got really long. So they sent me an email a few months ago saying now they're 6 months out. And while I love the products, I decided to shop it a little bit and to see if we can get maybe some better pricing or faster availability through some other manufacturer. And I found that there's another manufacturer that sent us a sample box here. These are the same gloves. I compared them side by side. They are identical in every way. Same thickness, same tear resistance, same durability. So I'm thinking of changing manufacturers because these guys say they can fulfill an order in 45 days, which is a far cry from the 6 months that it takes these guys to fulfill the order. So I'm just going back and forth right now. It's letting you in on some of the behind the scenes thinking when it comes to running the business and where we source our supplies from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this box of gloves on the truck with me for the next week or two, hand out gloves out of it and ask people what they think, compare them to these to see if they notice any difference, and if someone does, well, that's something I need to consider. But when I looked at both of them side by side, I couldn't notice a difference. And I like involving my customers in these kinds of decision-making processes because their feedback is extremely important, and I can't successfully run the business without that. So you'll see me handing out samples of these on the truck next week. Next up, we have from Milwaukee. This is the 1/4-inch drive extended reach high-speed M12 ratchet. This perhaps is my favorite one in the lineup because they've combined the best of all their ratchets into this guy right here. I don't know of too many instances where you're going to prefer the standard length over the long reach. So for most applications, you can use the long reach. It has the higher RPM, so it's much faster to run on or off. And it has a new compact head on it, so it gets into tighter places. I think it's the perfect combination. They've struggled over the years with the design of their ratchets, and they used to have those small round blackhead ratchets that were very good, but they weren't the fuel version. They came out with the fuel version with a large clunky head on it, and then they decided to make the head smaller, which was terrific, and then they decided to get the high speed version going, and that changed the game. Now they have a long reach in their lineup. Now they're wiping out the snap-on portion of the market, I think, on long-reach ratchets. Unless you've already bought into the platform, say you already own a bunch of snap-on batteries, then you're probably going to realize the savings in getting just the ratchet. But if you're looking to change platforms, or if you have moved into the Milwaukee platform already, this is a dynamite option. I'm a big fan of this one. This and their Insider pass-through ratchet are fantastic options too. This one tends to run a little bit less, and they're running a promotion right now where if you buy this ratchet, you will also get, at no additional cost, a 2.5 amp hour battery. I don't know how long that promotion is going on for. It may have already expired by the time this video airs, because I think it was just a Q2 promo, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a customer who is taking advantage of this deal, and he'll be very happy to get this next week. Do you love spending way more money than something's worth? Well, no, you probably don't, but sometimes you just gotta. And if you own a Fluke meter, you know what it's like to spend a lot of money on a meter, and if you need any Fluke accessories for the meter, you're going to spend through the nose for them. This is a set of large alligator clips. I'm embarrassed to tell you what the on-truck price is, and before you tell me, I can get that much cheaper on Amazon, I know you can. Remember, these are tool truck prices, so they're way more expensive than what you'll get anywhere else, because with the price comes service and convenience and everything that you would expect to get for after-sale service, you know, with a guy like me in person, talking with you, helping you out, and all the rest of it. And plus, the service goes to other things too. It's not just the servicing these, for example, but I give full service for everything. So hopefully that's worth something to you, and you're willing to spend a little bit more money, sometimes a lot more money, and unfortunately, this ranks up there. Right now, the on-truck price of these is $97. I know, it's quite a pill to swallow. The reason my customer is buying this is because he has a Fluke meter and Fluke accessories already, but he's rocking an $80 truck credit. So he's going to pay 17 bucks to get that. So he already has a credit because I sold some things on consignment for him and they gave him a credit. So he's going to apply that money wisely toward the exact alligator clips that he wants. On the opposite end of the price spectrum, we have some tools from Astro Pneumatic. These are their heavy-duty Thor air hammer bit sets. This is the one that contains a flat chisel, a cold chisel, a double cut body ripper, deluxe panel cutter, 7-inch long 1-inch hammer, and a tailpipe chisel. 6 pieces in a plastic tray. Can you see that? Yep. And this is the set that contains just 3 different hammers, different lengths. You have a 4-inch, a 7-inch, and a 12-inch with the 1-inch hammer on the end. This set here costs $46.49. This set here costs $59.99. Compare those prices to anyone else's, and I think you'll find that Astro is superior price-wise. Now, how about the quality and what's the warranty? One of the reasons why you don't spend nearly as much money on the Astro products is because these do not carry warranty. And if you're going to get one that does have a lifetime warranty, well, you're going to pay far more money for the set. There is a set of bits like this from Gray Pneumatic. It's an excellent set, and they do carry a warranty, but it's way more money. And in the decision-making process that you have as a consumer, how much do you want to spend, how much you can afford to spend, and what are you getting for your money, just know up front, if you buy these, you're giving up the warranty, but you're getting a high-quality item. And are these going to break? Yeah, they might break over time. They tend to. Sometimes the smaller tips on these break off, or sometimes those hammerheads snap off. But at the cost of replacing it, it's pretty cheap. So it might be worth it to you when you consider your usage, how often you're going to go to these, and what kinds of applications you're going to have for them. Maybe you'll opt for a more expensive set that does carry a warranty. Maybe not. So when I had guys asking me about these in our flyer, I showed them the pricing and all, and I said, just know that there is not a warranty. So I want to make sure that before someone makes a decision on buying these, they are completely informed about what to expect and what I can provide for service after the sale. Both my customers said no problem. They will happily give up the warranty to save the extra money. I had one customer showing me the Cornwell flyer, and he asked if I could get him the same AC manifold and hose set that they were advertising in their flyer for, I think, $189.99. And as I was searching around, I found that it is the, whoops, got the thing cover up. It is the Mastercool set for R134 and 1234YF. This is the brass manifold, does not have a sight glass, has your 2 gauges. And in the back, it has your 2 60-inch hoses, I believe is 60 inches, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And this set's made in the USA. I'm a fan of Mastercool's products. They've always seemed to be very good quality. You tend to spend a little bit more for them, but as long as I can meet the flyer price that's going in Cornwall, I'm happy to do that. So for $189, yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm happy to do it. My customer's happy to do it. And I just appreciate the fact that before getting on the Cornwall truck and buying these, he comes to me and he says, I prefer to give the business. Can he match the price? Well, if that's automatic business for me, sure, I'll do that. And, you know, I just work out a payment plan with him that makes sense for both of us, because if I'm cutting prices like that, I have to make sure that I get paid back quick enough that I can afford to pay for the tool to my supplier and also make up for the lack of realized revenue in the future if he's not paying full price. So these are the kinds of negotiations that you do with your tool guy based on how quickly you can pay for something can oftentimes dictate how much money he's going to charge. I had a customer who was kind of new to the negotiation process with tool trucks asked me, you know, the price of something. I gave it to him. He goes, you know, can you come down in price? I said, sure, if you can pay for it faster. And he said, well, how fast? I said, can you do it over 3 weeks? And he said, no. I said, okay, then it's got to be full price. So these are the kinds of things that you learn as you go, and know that there's two sides in that negotiation. One is the price, and the other is how long is it going to take for the tool guy to get his money. The quicker he can get his money, the lower he can make his price. And now it's time for Tool Haul After Dark. This is the Ruger 1022 M1 Carbine rifle. If you're familiar at all with the 1022 family, I'm trying to get the whole thing in the shot for you. You'll know that they are a wonderful, wonderful series of rifles. It's the rifle that I don't own that I wish I did, and someday I'm going to break down and buy one. But I have a customer who came to me asking about this one specifically, and as we did a little shopping around, I found the availability, and I could match a price for him, so he was happy with that. So he got this bad boy, which comes with a 15-round magazine, and a Picatinny rail for a scope. It also has a peephole sight on the rear and a post sight on the front. That's kind of a long sight picture. I don't know if I can really show you that on camera, but it has just a one-size peephole in the back, and then in the front it's got the post sight. A nice wood stock. I mean, it smells awesome. You shoulder this thing, it smells great. I don't know, I just love the smell of natural wood. And this smells terrific, and it's modeled after the beautiful M1 design from years ago. So this guy here is just a great little shooter, great for plinking. Take it to the target, take it to the range and do some target practice with it. And it even has a sling swivel on it. So you can't go wrong with these guys. The prices are really good on them. I think this one's going for $509, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $509.99. And I thought this price is like $579 or something like that, so I can save them a few bucks. And I'm stoked for them because these are fun. And then coincidentally, I think a day after I was talking to my customer about this, another customer comes on the truck and he says, hey, have you ever seen or heard of the Ruger 1022 M1 Carbine? I said, as a matter of fact, I got one coming in right now. So now I have another customer who's interested in it. So I don't know if there was some publicity that Ruger's put out on these, but it seems like there's some spotlight on them and some people are taking notice. And I think they're a wonderful design. If you're interested in a great little rifle, even something that you might be good to introduce your children to if they're of the right age, these are awesome guns that are easy to handle, easy to maintain. They come apart and reassemble very nicely, so they're easy to clean, and they're affordable. So they're good for some family recreational fun. If you just want to, shoot cans off a fence post or take them down to the range and shoot some targets, they're great for that. And they don't break the bank. So if you're interested in a rifle like this, you can let me know. I can quote them out for you and look at all of Ruger 1022's lineups and see if there's something that's interesting in there for you. Keep watching the channel because I've got a few cool things that I know you're going to want to see. Related to firearms, I've got some gun cleaning videos that show an interesting little gun from Raven Arms. It's a discontinued gun. It's their P25 semi-automatic pistol. It's kind of cool to see how that thing came apart because it's a unique design. And I will have one next week on cleaning a Ruger Mark III 22 pistol and the idiosyncrasies and all the frustrations that go along with taking one apart and putting one back together again. I'll walk you through it step by step so that if you've got one too, you can feel the frustration right along with me as we make sure that we get it apart. Believe it or not, right by the directions, and it's going to seem weird, but that's just the way the gun was designed, and that's the way Ruger tells you to do it. So check that video out too. We're going to have a new flyer drop video because it's now the start of Q3 of 2024, and we'll have our new 3-month flyer, which covers July, August, and September. And of course, we'll always have more tools in the haul videos. So do me a favor and click down here now to subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, use a tool. Don't be one.